So yeah, we're gonna keep moving this sucker forward.
Make myself a South Dakota martini, also known as a red beer.
It's like, is the martini? I thought it was a Bloody Mary.
Do it.
Main segment, because of the new year. And often health is on a lot of our minds as everyone starts getting their New Year's resolutions started and going. Let's remind everyone about take an opportunity to remind everyone about being responsible and conscientious while enjoying a delicious craft brew. There's no secret that many of us enjoy a good beer, but how do we balance this with a healthy lifestyle? Liz, get us started. What's your thoughts on this? How do you balance and how do you be healthy? This is actually a good one for you because you've been a workout machine lately.
Oh, thank you. And I'm going to mix in a little bit of dry January with that. So it's going to be good, right? It always, we're always going to talk about moderation, right? We brought that up, and understanding, beer, like any indulgence, right? It can be a part of a healthy lifestyle. And enjoyed responsibly. As Ma comes down to say hey.
Oh, sorry. I'll go back up.
Yeah, I mean, you could stay and watch. All right, almost done.
Are you podcasting?
Almost done.
So cute. I love you, Mom.
I know. And I want to go hang out, but we're almost done. All right.
Start from the top.
Question. Yeah. Coming from the top. Yeah, that's a great question. And thank you. We're going to mix it in with a little bit of a dry January as well. It's all about moderation and understanding, right? Beer, like any indulgence, can be a part of a healthy lifestyle when enjoyed responsibly, right? Many people don't realize that beer actually has some health benefits when consumed in moderation.
I would like to say I didn't know this, but this has been my excuse for making sure to have a beer every day. So, and we'll note that this is recorded. This is recorded before dry January.
It is. It's New Year's Eve.
You're not drying very well.
This is Kool-Aid.
It's Kool-Aid. It's tomato flavored Kool-Aid. Mm-hmm. So beer contains antioxidants and vitamins, especially in the rich malts like stouts and porters. I don't know if you guys remember our little episode on Guinness. There can be protein elements as well, and the antioxidants can contribute to a healthy heart. Like malts, grains, barleys, all of those. I mean, you think you get like your grainy breads. Those tend to be healthier than your white bread because you're getting more nutrients in on it. So
less processed, more nutrients.
Yeah.
And let's not forget about the social and mental health benefits of enjoying a beer with friends or family. And it's about the experience and the enjoyment, which is also a key part of, our overall well-being. Get out there and socialize. That's what we're doing.
Yeah. It's important to be aware of the calorie content. Craft beers, especially those with higher ABVs, alcohol by volume. I don't know why I stuttered all over that, but I did. And added flavors can increase the calories. So balancing that with a healthy lifestyle. So if you are looking at like a lower calorie going on like your lighter beers, your like lagers, your pilsners, they're going to have less to them. There's no surprise than like a triple layer cake pastry stout that also has like lactose and milk and everything in it, right? Like, so if you just look at the names, it's kind of which beers are less healthy for you, but doesn't make them any less good. Just maybe drink like one of those versus four of those, and
or share it.
Yeah, or share it. Love a share, or get a taster of it while you do a lighter beer with it, right? Any way you can kind of start reducing those calories down and just being a little bit more conscientious this month. Like, we're not here to tell you to stop drinking. That would not behoove us in general as a beer-related podcast. And we're also not going to stop drinking because we love beer. But just kind of some ways that you can have a couple little tricks to like moderate a little bit better.
That's right. That's right. And we don't call it Body by Beer for nothing. So we're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I like this part, just mentioning to people that, staying active and pairing beer with healthy food choices makes a huge difference, right? So if you do find yourself with that pastry stout, maybe a salad with it would less calorie content, right?
Lean chicken.
Also, like there are, or some lean chicken, right? Or tofu, whatever. There are some amazing rec league, beer league, whatever out there. You have heard us talk about air volleyball and maybe a little softball extravaganza, right? Get out there, get moving. Again, it's about that community, creating those memories. You can do so in moderation, be active, and make smart choices.
Yeah.
Super important to remember. I mean, call it what you will, but I love a good beer league. It's so much fun.
They're so much
and
fun.
then-
And I feel like we're not necessarily newer to it, but we've been doing softball for, oh my God, what do we say? Like since 2008.
6 years?
At this
Yeah,
point.
it'll be 6 years.
So quite a while, but I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it was definitely out of sports for a long time. It's been really fun getting back in. And then Kevin and I just did pairs in volleyball the other night. and that
Yeah,
was so much fun. We got our asses kicked, but it was so
we
much fun.
did. It's exhausting.
It also was like a double whammy because I ended up with the stomach flu the next day. So it was hard to know what was sore from what, but everything was sore. It was a lot of fun. We actually did pretty good. We went on it was one of those days that like, I was not bummed that like we'd get in the car and I'd be like, I played really well. Like obviously there's things that can be improved on, but overall, like I played really well and I was moving well. Brad was like, oh, you're playing against like someone in a similar rank. We played the number 4 team. Coaches at Oasis or the Sandbox or whatever it is, like the original, she coaches down there. We're like, and then the guy was huge and a massive hitter. But we like adjusted. He just kept smashing it down the middle, and I was like, Kevin, I'll start getting into the middle, so at least hopefully I can bop it up, so you're not getting this direct like smash at you. Like he's hitting higher than he's gonna like hit me in the face, but I might be able to hit it up. And it made him either have to boop, which somehow I was fast enough to get there. I think having the smaller court, or he would just smash it to the other corner and we'd get wrecked on it. But at least we like at least took him out of him just like smashing it like cross court.
That's what you got to do.
Right? It was really cool that we liked it. And the only reason, honestly, I think we made it to double digits every game was because they started practicing stuff they weren't very good at. That's what it's supposed to be, right? Like when you're kicking someone's ass, you don't need to keep kicking their ass. Like start working on some other skills. Exactly. But I hate when teams just come in and just keep massacring people. You're like, just like chill out and work on something different. So they were super fun. Like totally people that I feel like we like made friends with. They were a great time. And
well,
I was
do you remember their name?
No, I do not.
That's all right. But you signed up for like to do doubles regularly?
We didn't because the season started, but I think we might jump in and do that. But I don't know how that's going to favor for my softball career. It's 3 nights in a row of sports. I'm too old for that nonsense. Let's get my knee
one or the other, you know?
I know. But it was really fun. Like I really enjoyed it. Like it was hard. And definitely by the end, I was like, the third game, I was like, I am not in shape for this. But working on it.
Yeah.
Working on it. So it's fun. Anyways. Part of playing sports and being health conscientious and drinking beer at the same time is you got to offset that with some water or some Gatorade, whatever you want to do. Probably not Gatorade because you're already getting extra calories in from your beer. I do some water. Alternate between a glass of beer, glass of water. It helps you keep hydrated and also helps kind of chill you out. You don't tend to get as hungover or drunk as quickly. It kind of just balances out the whole body.
Yeah, and I'll add to that too, because I forgot to say it, is there's also a lot of fantastic low alcohol or non-alcoholic craft beers out there that they don't compromise on the flavor. They're really good. They do a great job, and we're going to get into that more with our beer and food pairing. Obviously, I'm really excited to get there. I'm all about those hops. Hops. All right. Hops. Okay, and mental health, right? Okay, we got to start the year off right, and if our head isn't into it, well, good luck with the rest of it. So, yeah, right? Like, so while enjoying a beer is a great way to relax, it's important not to rely on alcohol, right, as a stress reliever. Now we're just using it as a crutch, and that's no good. But being mindful of why and how we enjoy our beers is crucial for a healthy relationship with alcohol, right? It's a slippery slope. So just be honest with yourself. If you enjoy beer, then enjoy it. But do your best not to take it too far, because it can get out of hand really quick. And hopefully you've built yourself a really good community, especially in the craft brew community, to help out if things do tend to go perhaps in a direction that isn't as positive for your life. You got some people around to help you up, because that's going to be really important too. But get your head right, and or keep it in the right place, and it should be good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's great advice there, Lizzie. I think that's super important. I think my favorite part that you touched on is being honest with yourself on like why you're drinking, right? Like, are you using it to relax, which like isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just like kind of depends on to the extent that you're using it to relax. If that's the only way you can relax, then maybe like try to find some other things, explore out. But there's nothing wrong with being like, man, end of the day, I just want a beer and I want some bubbles. I definitely have noticed within myself, like if I'm in a bad mood, I don't tend to like to drink. I like to, like there's times when if I'm stressed, I'm like, oh my God, I just want like the bubbles. When I like drink a light beer really quickly, but I try not to overindulge in those. Try not to get rid of the stress as much as, like I need like a change of flavors after drinking water all day. Like I'm such a water hound that a lot of times I feel like it hits the point of the day where I'm like, I'm stressed, I'm kind of over things. I just need like a little refresh. Like let's get some flavor, let's get some bubbles, let's enjoy something a little bit new, take a couple moments to appreciate it, and then get like back into the grind, But it's not let's pour and then try to get back into the grind, because that doesn't work out for anybody.
It doesn't. And if it does, it's only for a little bit.
Yeah.
So
there
is that.
And today, that's our take on beer and health. Remember, it's all about balance, moderation, and enjoying the experience.